But can I understand then what we are collecting and reporting to HUD is about SMI, not about the broader sense of other brain issues? Okay.
And the form has other disability.
And the reason we collect the other disability but not the specific piece is because it does count against chronic homelessness. Because you can be disabled in any way, and that counts for chronic homelessness, which is part of the reason why we're collecting the disability. So we report on mental health issues, substance abuse, veterans, domestic violence, and then we need disability in order to calculate chronic homelessness. So do we have consensus about that now? Does that make sense to folks? Okay, great. Okay, so you have the form in front of you. All right, let me talk about this household number. And if I confuse you, then I'll let Charles explain it. What we're trying to do, instead of all these separate forms, types of forms, we have one form. And again, what you need to walk away from today is that one form per person for the count. Okay, so one form per person, unless there's somebody in HMIS. Now, the way we are going... I will. One form per person. Yeah, they're going to hear this. But we do want to keep household members together. So the way that we're going to do that is assign a number per household. And you'll see at the top of that form, this household number piece, the first part, the first two... Hey, Anna, how are you? The first two are to identify the county that the person is counted in. Okay? And that is an assigned number, and that will be included. We have that. It's included in the training packet. It's very cleverly done. What we took was all the counties and alphabetically assigned them numbers. Okay? So I think that makes Abbeville 01. Okay? And does that make Williamsburg 46? Just again. York 46. Okay, so you'll get that list. Okay? So you just put, and this is my suggestion to you, my urging. Wait.
No, don't
Just don't interrupt me.
You'll get on YouTube.
When you print your forms for distribution to folks, for Richland County, for example, when Jennifer goes to print her forms for Richland County, she's going to put Richland County's code in there pre-filled. That's what I would do. Now, the other responsibility, though, of the coalition and the coordinators is to assign a series of codes to your counters. Okay? So from 001, maybe you would give 10 of them, 001 to 011, to one person, Barry. He's going to go out so that when he goes and encounters a family who's homeless, he's going to make that assignment of the same number, okay? So let's pretend that Richland County is, I don't know, 40? Is it 40? Okay, so it's 40. And then the three people in that household will be 001, 001, 001. And he will have used 001. And nobody will have access to 001 because Jennifer is only given him 001 to 011. Great. Are you with me? You all know what we're talking about here.
Yes.
So those are only his numbers. Okay? If he runs out, he's going to have to call in and get some more because he's encountering so many families. Okay?
So the whole family's going to have the same number.
The whole family, the entire household, will have the same number. The first two are county assignments, and the last three are coalition assigned. But that's how we will know that Timmy belongs with Jennifer. Okay? That's how we will know. Okay? Because who knows how the names match and everything else. That's how we will associate that household. Okay?
Say that again.
I will.
You lost me about the entire family with the number. So we use.
Okay, you see the form has got a 5-digit space for household number. The first two are going to be assigned by the state coalition, and that will be a county number. 2 digits, and we have the list for you, so you will know exactly what the Florence code is. And everybody in Florence will get that code right there because you're going to put it in there before you Xerox these things, okay? Then, when you send out Jean or somebody to go counting in Sumter, are you running all these things? Let's just pretend. You're going to give her a set of codes that she's going to use. So when she goes to interview people at a family shelter that is not on HMIS, she's going to see mom, and then she's going to fill out a form, and she's going to give her a code. And it could be 001, because she's the first one out there. And you've given her 10 sets of numbers, okay? Then when she finishes with mom, she's going to take another piece of paper, and she's going to say, now tell me about your 13-year-old daughter. She's going to fill that out and put the same code, 001, so that we know that mom and daughter are both in the same household. And then when you get to the 6-year-old son, same number. And then that code is done. Okay? 001 will never be used again. Okay? In Sumter. Okay?
By any other counter.
By any other counter. Okay? So this is a little bit of a logistical challenge, but I know you all are up to it. Okay? All right. Okay, then the questions. All right, obviously, questions 1 through 5. This is all about identifying information because we are collecting data on every single person, and one of the things that we are challenged to do is unduplicate the count. And since many of us on these different strategies will be counting not just in one night in one area when we know where everybody is, but we'll be doing this over 2 weeks, we need to have identifying information so that we can make sure that we haven't talked to the same person 3 times. And if we have, we can eliminate their data. Okay? It's also helpful when we're putting the matching piece together with the state on their administrative database. Okay? So what we're trying to do is get complete information this time. Last time we came up with a formula with different pieces to it. This time we're asking everybody to provide information, identifying information to the extent they're willing to give it. That means name, social security number, date of birth, what we can get. Okay, now you'll see that those forms, though, have shaded boxes. So if you talk to somebody who is unwilling to give you all of that information, you need to really try to at least fill out the shaded boxes. So don't ask them, well, what are you willing to give me? We need to know the pieces that are shaded. So we've tried to make it as easy as possible for you to train your volunteers to complete those forms. Okay, but that would be the minimum. And you would see that if we got that, there would be nobody that could really track them, but it would help us with the unduplication. Okay?
If you can get part of if you can only get part of the social security number, what part is there a part that's best to get?
Charles?
Last 4 digits.
We could shade those last 4 too before we do the final posting.
Yes. I'll show you.
Okay? Good? Anything else? Now, date of birth is an important piece too, so please don't ignore that piece. Okay, and now the other issue is around domestic violence shelters because, of course, they're highly sensitive about the data being confidential. Charles?
One thing I want to point out about the name on both Form A and Form B.
Mm-hmm.
If you encounter someone who refuses to give you any information, doesn't want to give their name at all, and I don't know how likely that situation might be, but you still fill out a form on that person, even if that person walks away. You don't have any interaction with them. You can at least put that person's race and sex, whatever identifying information about that person, because that person is still going to be in the count. We won't be able to do any duplicating with it or matching with other state databases, but that person still needs to be in the count if that person is a homeless person.
Okay.